4th down, the final play, unless they can stick it in the end zone. Dorsey under pressure, throws it, incomplete. The Buckeyes win.
Ezekiel Elliott, and he's got an opening. Elliott off to the races. Can they catch him?
Feature the two backs as receivers, and now a downfield shot on first down for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State strikes first. Making the judgments again, and there is Smith running free, breaks a tackle. Ohio State strikes quickly from 45 yards. Pressure comes. Sword, knock it out, and picks it up. Jack Sword coming down the sidelines. Ohio State scoop and score and dagger from 82 yards.
Here they come.
Heavy pressure. Howard delivers downfield. And Smith, he's got it. Jeremiah Smith. 2025 college football national champion, Coach Ryan Day, and the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Welcome in, Buckeye backers. We are bringing it to you live from Seattle, Washington, to the cornfields of Enid, Ohio. We are the pulse of Buckeye fans across the nation, with Seattle Matt and Buckeye Steve. What is up, Buckeye backers and Buckeye boys, everyone alike? We are streaming on 2 channels now. We figured out how to do it, how to get it together so everyone gets to see the news, man. I was at the 3rd day of practice. I was at all 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I was at Ryan Day's press conference. I was at Matt Patricia's press conference. I got to see JJ, talk to the media too. That was awesome. So there is a lot to get to, but we got to start off with the most hard-hitting thing out there. It's that quarterback battle, baby. We just got fed the information that Lincoln Kienholz was an Iron Buckeye. And man, things just keep going back and forth, teeter-tottering. One time you think one guy's up, one time you think the other guy's up. And like all these tea leaves are going back and forth. And it's hard to read, right? Like you had Jeremiah Smith come out at Big Ten Media Days and allegedly say that maybe saying was going to be the starter. And if someone like that is saying it, allegedly, I didn't hear him say it. I was there, but I wasn't at that location. Mandalay Bay, the conference center is huge. So, you can get lost just, walking 10 feet. So it's going back and forth for me. I'm getting tugged every way to see who it is. I want to root for Kienholz because it's like that small town boy, small state, making it big in Columbus. But saying, the GOAT, Saban picked him out himself. Ryan Day, hey, he's a quarterback whisperer. So the guy's got talent, all right? He was a 5-star. We all know it. A baller all around. And it's just gone back and forth. And today was a little different, though. Today the pads were on. Today things were live. Today bullets were flying. And I think Sain's just one of those guys, when the lights are on, he's coming to play. Like, hit that field. No more thinking. I'm just reacting. I'm doing what I do. I'm going to go be athlete that I've been trained to be for my whole life coming out of Southern California.
Yep. Yeah, for sure, man. I love diving right into it. We're going to do that. I just want to remind people in the chat, man, hit that like button for both of us. Hit that subscribe button as well, please. Yeah, man, people thought that was my new intro. That's your intro. It's fire, by the way. So good stuff, man. I love it.
Created it myself.
Yeah, man. That's good stuff. Glad to see everybody in here. Emily, Joyce, Shane, Cookie Monster, Daniel, Mark, Pinky. Appreciate you guys for joining us. Russ, man. Good to have you guys in here, man. I know you guys love Buckeye information. I can't personally think of a better source to get team information from than somebody that was there physically watching all 3 days, which would be yourself. So I'm excited to do this show, man. I'm excited to dive right into it, dude. This quarterback thing, man, we find ourselves in a situation like you talked about. Now, on my end, I reminded people of something earlier, and I'm going to remind them again, and take it for what you will. Last year, at this same time, 3 days in the fall camp, same tug, back and forth, Devin Brown, Will Howard. Well, we find out later after the season's over and stuff that Ryan Day let everybody know that at this time last year, he kind of knew who the starting quarterback already was. That being said, don't want to take anything away from Lincoln. I think if he's the starting quarterback or if he has to come in and play quarterback, I think he can get the job done. Two different skill sets, man. Lincoln has the upper hand with his athletic ability and his legs. Julian has the upper hand with throwing the ball. Our coach is Ryan Day. You put 2 and 2 together there. What quarterbacks does he tend to go for? And he's protected quarterbacks in the past and specifically told CJ Stroud, don't want you running, buddy. So based off that information and our coach's preference, I lean more towards Julian Sam. That is my opinion, and that is the opinion of several people. But Lincoln Kienholz, he's just a competitor, bro, and he is a 5-star athlete, period. So he's not going to let Sayan just walk through fall camp and just get the starting job. It's not going to happen.
Nope. He was stayed after at practice, throwing those deep balls, and that's what he really needed. That was the difference between him today and Sayan today. But you go back day to day. The first day, Kienholz won the battle. It was easy to see. There was a lot of short yardage, a lot of screens, a lot of slants, a lot of swing passes. It was a day of S's for everything that you wanted to see on offense. Day 2, same thing. So they were doing all short yardage plays. Day 3, just got a little bit into the deep ball on the long yardages. They were doing down and distance, and they were doing they would start with 3rd and 4, then go 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. And announce it on the PA so that the quarterback had to try to, get that 6 yards, get that 7 yards, whatever it was at the time of the down and distance, which was awesome to see. You put a little bit of pressure on these quarterbacks, and that pressure really, really shined for Sayan. It was good to see. He had a good connection with Jeremiah Smith. It made a difference the last 2 days who they were throwing to. Now today was a little different. They changed it up here and there. Sometimes they were taking reps with the first string wide receivers. Sometimes they were taking reps with the second string wide receivers. It does make a difference. It does make a difference who you're throwing to. When you got the best all-world Heisman candidate, Jeremiah Smith, out there catching balls. If you saw the highlights from today, the ones that Ohio State posted, Jeremiah Smith caught that with one hand, coming back around the defender. And then if you were there and you got to see it, it was a sight to see because he punted the ball. He punted the ball down the field afterwards. He was so pumped up, so jazzed, man. So
everybody kept saying he threw it. He kicked it.
He punted it. At least from my vantage point, that's what I see. If the fans, so the fans on the far end got a better view of it. So if they said he threw it, then he might have. Yeah. It looked like a punt to me, but there was people walking back and forth in the way. I didn't even get to see how sweet a catch it was.
Yeah.
Someone got in my way.
I'm being honest with you, man. I want to know something. You were there all 3 days, dude. You got a good look at Tavian St. Clair compared to Sayan and Lincoln and stuff. What I was told is Tavian has the strongest arm out of those three. Mm-hmm. Is that tell us a little bit about Tavian, man? I'm not saying he's going to start this year. I mean, we all know that, but what's our future looking like, bro?
Saying the starting or the strongest arm is a little bit deceiving. Like if you want to see him throw it deep out, the zip, boom, comes off the ball right now. It's out there. But those long, deep balls, he's underthrown a little bit. And I think that's more just the speed of the game, getting into it, because he's played small-time high school ball. He's still getting used to these speedy wide receivers. And, yeah, he's been thrown to him for a while now, and he was at Ohio State a little earlier than most maybe, and seeing the speed of the game. But it's going to take a little bit of time. Really raw talent. I like to think of him as a runner almost like Terrell Pryor, but not quite. And I like to think of him as a passer like Haskins. So it's next year, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to keep him off the field. Now, a raw Haskins, right? It's not like his senior year or junior year ready to go pro Haskins. It's freshman year Haskins.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different, but get him in the system under Ryan Day. I have a hard time believing he's not the starting quarterback in 2026.
Well, dude, it sounds like we are Gucci in the quarterback position, and we're going to get some things figured it out. I mean, let me hear about wide receiver, man. It's different seeing J.J. Smith in person, is it not? I shared on our previous show. I shook his hand, man. Dude's a big dude. It's hard to believe that he's 225 pounds. I saw a clip. I don't know if you took it or not, but a clip of him moving very fast, bro. So what about that wide receiver group, dude? What's your overall thoughts after seeing him for 3 days?
I mean, it's insane. It's everything that you would think of the best wide receiver group in the nation. And probably it could be ever. It could be ever in the history of college football. This might be the best. And throw tight ends in with that too. I mean, if we're gonna talk about the best ever, this tight end class room is sick, man. Second to none.
Yeah.
But like seeing JJ in person, you realize how big of a freak, how big of an alien he is. Dude, he talked about not being able to go grocery shopping.
I know.
Like
bro, that
the
wild,
hype
dude.
is huge. Like, and he likes to do that. He likes to go shopping. He wants to go to Target. He wants to go pick out clothes, pick out food, anything. He said when he was a little kid, he'd asked to go shopping with anyone who was going to the grocery store. Now he can't leave his apartment, man.
Yeah, that's
Not in
wild,
Columbus.
man.
That's what he liked about Vegas. He said, like people don't know me here. Like I can walk out and like no one's gonna know me.
Now, as far as wide receiver groups goes, in your opinion, I would say the biggest tug there, believe it or not, in Buckeye Nation is Brandon Ennis or Mylan Graham. Who's it going to be? I mean, I obviously have the opinion that it's Brandon Ennis, but talk to us on that, man. What's Brandon Ennis? What's he contributing to this room this year?
So let's start punt returner. He's the first one taking punts. He's like, I put a video out today. Fast. He's that definition where Urban Meyer would be like, dude's fast. He jumps out on you, lightning, quick change. Dude's going to get the ball in space and he's going to be gone. Like this, he's severely underrated. Everyone's talking Carnell Tate. Everyone's talking JJ. If you cover those two and you leave the tight ends open, and then you try to cover the tight ends, Ennis is going to burn you, dude. He's going to burn you. He is a real burner. You know, I like to think that he's probably close to the fastest on the team. You know, I don't know yet. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like just by looks, you know, if you just look at it.
Yeah. I was told him after the catch what he was doing today and this week after the catch, he's one to really keep an eye on. And if you think, man, I mean, you know, I love those type of receivers. You know, Emeka Buka, he was actually faster than what I thought when he ran his 40 time, but I don't know what happened. I think am I still live, guys? Can you still see me? And can you only see me? That's the question I have. I wonder how this is going to work, dude. Hopefully he can get back in here.
I'm back.
But I need okay, good. I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work because we're streaming on both channels. If he comes back in, is he gonna come? I was like, yo,
dude,
look.
If I scroll too much, sometimes it just kicks me out, and I don't know why. I was trying to look at the comments, get some people on here because I saw Ryan Day's championship beard a little earlier, and it used to be.
Oh yeah.
I think there was a guy that was Fire Ryan Day, and I don't know if that was.
That is not him. His
some guy was like changing his name every time, like. Depending on what Ryan Day was doing. And I haven't seen that guy since the championship.
His name used to be just Ryan Day's beard. And then after the Natty, he changed it to Ryan Day's championship beard. So
that's awesome. I like that.
I love it, man.
I have seen that before, actually.
Yeah.
And it might
have been good to hear about Brandon Ennis. What about the future of this room, man? The Quincy Porters, the Phillip Bells and stuff. How are they looking?
Both looked great. Quincy Porter had, you know, a couple of drops, but there was a lot of drops early those first 2 days. Today was a lot better. Everyone was catching everything. Quincy Porter looks big. He looks fast. And he looks, you know, he's like, I mean, I hate comparing him to JJ a little bit, but he's, you know, he's like.
Yeah, that type of receiver.
He's getting on that level, man. Once he gets in the weight room and gets that year under in the body by Marotti, watch out.
Hey, by the way, Mello said he's jumping on, so I don't know if you
good.
Yeah, I don't know if I see
Mylan
him or
Graham's
you'll
the
see
one
him.
that I think he's going to get in there. He's going to be the fourth receiver, it looks like to me.
You think,
And he's
man,
gonna play
listen,
a lot.
here's my take. Here's my take, and it's not popular. I think, I mean, I think the top 4 receivers as far as playing time this year, J.J. Smith, Carnell Tate, Brandon Ennis, and Bryson Rogers, with Mylan Graham at 5. That's what
Okay.
I think. But did you see anything to confirm or deny that while you were watching fall camp?
No, it's hard to tell because, like I said, a lot of the 3 S's:
Yeah.
swing passes, screen passes. So
Yeah.
a lot of those screens are going to go to Ennis and the running backs and the
Yeah.
slant. So you're not seeing the full tree yet. You get a couple over the middle and a couple fades, and the fades that we saw from Singh to JJ were phenomenal.
Were they?
That connection
They're on
is
point.
real. Keen Holtz had a better connection, it seems like, to Brandon Ennis than anyone else. Like he's getting him the ball, he's feeding him.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Well, you brought
there's gonna be packages. There's definitely gonna be packages for Keen Holtz. If in fact Julian is the one that wins the job, you got to get Keen Holtz on the field for some running plays for sure. And that takes a little bit off of Julian too. You talk about these kids aren't the Will Howard. They're not big. They're not 6'4". They're not 235. So they're not going to take hits the same way. So give some running plays to Keen Holtz, and then all of a sudden let them let loose and throw one down the field. Like run it. Kind of game them a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. You brought up tight ends, man, and as you know, dude, B. Moses was there today, and he brought up Bennett Christian, man. Did you get your eyes on Bennett Christian at all?
Yeah. Bennett Christian had a really, really good catch in the end zone. He was hyped up, ready. When he came out, he was like, pads are on. It's the best day for a tight end.
Love it.
Yeah,
I love
so
it,
he was
man.
ready to go. He was juiced up. I like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah. The other thing that I was told about was Jelani Thurman kind of showing out in the red zone a little bit today. And again, I know it's hard to.
Jelani Thurman is
really
always showing out in the red zone. He's making some spectacular. Yesterday, in particular, he had a diving catch that no one else would have caught. He's that big body. He can lay out and go get it. Yeah. And the other thing that I noticed about him is he's really, really protective with the ball. Like when he catches it, even if he's not sure he's in traffic, he's looking it in, 2 hands on it. He does not want to lose that ball. I mean, I think he's learned his lesson. The drops in the past. He's an animal when if you let him loose, and if he just plays his game, I think he got a little bit heady the previous 2 years, and this year is going to be the year for him to shine.
Yeah. Yep. No doubt, man. I did this. Okay, so we went over quarterback, pretty loaded room there. We went over wide receiver. I mean, best room in the country. I feel the same with their tight end.
Let me cut you off here. Yeah, all right. We're going with keeping it on the tight end. Yes, I feel like the tight ends are the best in the country.
I know, bro.
What does everyone talk to you about though when you talk about Max Clare and the tight ends? Like, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? What play is he going to run?
What do you mean, like a screen?
A seam right up the middle. Everyone's
seam right up the middle. Yeah.
Seam right up the middle. But you know how Ryan Day loves those crosses?
Oh, yeah.
And you know how Mylan Graham was doing that in the spring game, one after another, and in the student appreciation practice?
Yep.
They did that with Max Clare. Everyone deep on the crosses, running him underneath about 5 yards. Dude, that's nasty. That is nasty. There's no way to stop that.
Yeah.
Who are you going to guard him with for that? You going to guard him with your middle linebacker?
I know.
I don't think
That's
so.
what I mean, though. Like, I always check myself and make sure I'm not being a Buckeye homer, because it's like, okay,
it's
five-star quarterback, wide receivers. That's not really an argument. And I'm not sure people can really. I mean, our tight end room, it's wild, dude. You know what I'm saying? So
I think we'll get into the defense a little bit, and I want to touch on that. But are we done with the tight ends?
No. Real fat. No, we're done with tight ends. I was about to ask you I was about to ask you about running backs, man. But before you say what, I wanted to ask you, out of all the running backs today, oh dang, my headphones are dying. Out of all the running backs today, which running back like stood out to you the most? Not a starter though.
Bo Jackson immediately. It's not even a question. Like
Really?
he's just different. Different is the best word to describe him. Bo Jackson, I love watching him run. I love that his name is Bo Jackson because he kind of runs like the dude. I mean, he needs to change his number to 34. It's fun. The best way, and I know I'm throwing out all these names and I hate doing it, but it's true. These dudes are dogs. He reminds me of Ezekiel Elliott, watching him as a freshman when I was like, this dude needs to carry the ball more. This dude needs to carry the ball more. He's going to be awesome. This dude needs to carry the ball more. And you're going to be saying that all season long. Like, he doesn't go down. He's got speed. He's got moves. And he's just one of those guys. He's going to drag the pile. He's going to spin, or he's going to burn you.
Yeah.
He's got it all.
What's interesting, man, is I think a lot of people don't realize that Carlos Lachlan signed 2 top 10 running backs last year. Do you know where Turbo Rogers ended up in the recruiting rankings? He ended up the 4th ranked running back in that entire class. Did you know that? So I was going to ask you about Turbo Rogers, man. If you saw him, I know he had
full of speed. 5'8" and full of speed. Yeah, and you're gonna have some of those. I mean, we're not gonna go through fall camp without some turnovers. So when someone's running around the practice field, it's like, is that bad? Or is he learning from it? Is this a process where we're not gonna have that come Texas time?
Yeah. Yeah, the running back thing. What about James Peoples, man? Is James Peoples fast?
Yes, James Peoples is fast. He burned a couple deep today. He got a toss left. Like this is elementary football. Took it to the house on the left sideline. Gone.
Dang, bro.
No one.
That's fire.
No one was around. Yeah, everyone's comparing him to Dobbins, and I see it. It's the one cut and gone type of thing. I don't know that he's gonna break a lot of tackles, but he's gonna make a lot of people miss.
Yeah, for sure. Well, dude, CJ Donaldson's the last one I want to know about. The transfer running back from West Virginia started his career as a wide receiver, came to Ohio State, lost about 15 pounds, and I interviewed 4 Buckeye players that are currently on the roster, and all 4 of them voted CJ the number one guy that they don't want to tackle. And I'm not saying they don't want to tackle. They're football players. They love tackling, but who they know when they're about to tackle him, it's going to be a difficult tackle. 4 Buckeye players voted him the number one guy that's the hardest to tackle.
Yeah, he's fucking 6'2". Of course he is. I wouldn't want to tackle him either. I mean, I'm not hitting those thigh boards.
Yeah.
Get that.
Yeah.
I got you. You know what they did a lot with him, though? They were throwing a lot of screen passes to him, which makes sense. I mean, he used to be a wide receiver. He's got good hands. But a 6'2" running back getting the ball out of the backfield at full speed coming at you, I can see why people are a little scared to hit him.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So it sounds like you got a lot of faith in our running back room. I mean, we're obviously going to miss.
I'm trying to find a negative somewhere. I'm working hard for it. I can't. Yeah, I can't find it.
We're not done with the positions groups yet, so maybe you'll find one. But
I'm gonna come to.
I don't think we're gonna find one in this next group. The offensive line, man. And my first question I have for you about the offensive line is: do we owe Justin Fry an apology for his recruiting?
We owe him an apology for his development.
Okay.
Everything he got for his recruiting, he probably deserves.
Okay.
That's why he's in the NFL. He's good at what he does, but he doesn't like to recruit. Yeah. And if you don't like to recruit, where do you go if you're good as a coach? You go to the NFL.
The NFL.
No. And he's going to be good in the NFL. Dude, he was – whatever he did, he evaluated well because the portal – every guy that – I mean, look at Josh Simmons right now.
Yeah. I know.
He evaluated well. No one else was looking at taking him, right?
Yeah.
San Diego State, no one was like, hey, come on over. Start at
Yeah, I
Alabama.
know.
Start at Georgia. For I got him.
Yeah. All right. You're making an all-star team. You can only take 2 offensive linemen off the current roster from the Buckeyes. Which 2 are you taking after watching them for 3 days?
How many years do I have with them? Just 1 year? Do I have 2?
No, just according to where they're at. If they're a sophomore, then they're gonna have 2. If it's Ethan, you get him for 1. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how it goes. If you got Carson,
Yeah, because if I had more than 1 year with Ethan, it would no brainer Ethan.
Okay.
But
well, let's do that. You only get 1 year. That's it.
1 year.
Pick 2. You only get them for 1 year. Who you getting?
Carson Hinsman and Austin Sareveld.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They dogs like that, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I would go opposite if I had more years. I would go Tegra, and then I would go Ethan Onyama.
Yeah.
I had some time to work with them. Because
Yeah.
they're just big boys, man. Those are big dudes. Like, big dudes. If you get them low, if you get them pushed off with, which I saw Tegra getting a lot lower than last year. Like, last year, he was kind of like, I'm bigger. I can do what I want. Like, still playing a little bit like he did in high school. He's setting lower. All right, he's able to drive more, and he's got that flexibility in the hips that coach has been talking about that he wants.
Yeah. Mello said he's there. Do you see him below?
Oh yeah, man. Sorry, I didn't bring him in. Hey, get in here. My bad, dude.
Hey, Mello, I think you're on mute, bruh.
Yeah, you're all muted out.
You still muting us, dude. Something's going on.
What's up,
there
bro?
You go. Turn on that
What
mic.
up,
My
man?
bad, man.
I'll just watch y'all. Listening.
Dude, he keeps asking me all these fire questions, and I'm like, I'm getting so pumped
does.
up, and I'm jazzed.
So listen, dude. Buckeye Steve here just said that after watching our O-line for 3 days, he doesn't think we have a top 5 offensive line in the Big Ten. That's what he just said. So
that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I was
anyone that says that is
down
off
here
their
for like
mind.
10 minutes, right? I heard everything.
Oh dang! Well, okay.
From freaking about James people taking the toss left to the house to having the best.
Dude, that was
room.
I was just like,
my boy. I came right in for my favorite topic, Jelani Thurman, and his red zone prowess.
Dang, you've been below that whole time.
Yes, man.
Yeah, he has, dude. Because I remember seeing him in there, and I was like, it didn't even like cross my mind to be like, yo, put him in.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, because y'all just.
I just got so focused on ball, man. You get me talking Buckeye football, and it's just like I'm deer in the headlights.
I'm so jealous of you, man. You got to go to the practices for 3 days, man. I wish I was up there.
And not only that, it was fall weather. It was like 75 degrees and breezy. Like, I wore a long sleeve shirt today. This morning I was a little cold.
Mello, so we were on the offensive line. You heard what I asked him. What would you have asked somebody that just watched our offensive line for 3 days? What I don't know if Steve knew this was going to turn into a questionnaire, but you should expect it. You got to watch him for 3 days, man.
Hey, dude,
we did.
Hey, man.
We weren't there.
I loaded the show. I should be asking you the questions.
I know, bro. I know. I can't help it, dude. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited. But hey, if you're gonna ask me a question, ask me a question. But I wasn't there watching them, dude. That's the problem.
Who are you picking on offensive line from what you've heard? If you got 2 picks, you got 1 year.
If I got 2 picks and I get them for 1 year, I'm picking Ethan and Austin Sareveld.
All right.
If I got 2 picks for 1 year, I'm taking Carson Hinsman and Austin Sareveld because I think Carson Hinsman is going to win the Remington.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I actually posted that yesterday, and you reposted it, Dev, and you said this is the Remington winner. I was like, we're looking for a Remington winner, Adam.
That's Mello. Mello did.
I've been calling that for a long time. I've been saying he's going to win the Remington since I saw him training with LaCharles Bentley. I mean, that's
now I like Mello better than you, Dev.
Huh?
Yo, look,
we both run the same account, so it's hard to tell.
I never know who it is.
Look what Pinky said in the chat. He said, Dev, you look like you could be Hinsman's father.
What?
Okay, so now I've been called Ryan Day before. Mello saw that. We were at a game, and this girl turned around. She's like,
dude,
are you
I've never seen
Ryan
a dude
Day?
I've never seen a dude get hit on so hard in my life. It was insane. And it was some like 10s. It wasn't like some low level females. Huh?
It's that dark beard.
And she turned and looked at me like he couldn't hear it. It was like, he looks like Ryan Day, but that's not a bad thing. He looks a little bit better. And her fiance standing right next to her, and I'm just sitting here. He's looking at me. I'm like, dude, I have no parts of this.
Don't look at me. I ain't in this.
Right.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. All right, well, Steve, you learned the show, man. What questions do you have for me for offensive line, dude?
Dude, I just asked you. We got to that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Listen, all right. We should go with the most underrated offensive lineman.
I want my answer so bad to be Tegra Shabola, but I don't know. You know what I mean? If it will be, but I think the most underrated this year, I think Luke Montgomery is about to just knock some heads back. And here's why. I know, Mel, I know you've heard this before. Last year, when I went to the games in person and I looked at Luke Montgomery, don't take this negatively. When I looked at his arms, I was like, he doesn't quite look big like some of these other offensive linemen, especially in the upper body. Well, he has and he handled his own in the playoffs like a dog, bro.
He's nasty.
But this year, have you seen his arms this year? His upper body, he did some serious work, man. So, I think he's about to potentially have one of them eye-popping seasons.
Yeah, I don't know if, people know, fans know, but it's probably obvious from the video where media stands is directly behind the offensive line so that they block everything else and you don't get good views of everything else. So you get great views of the offensive line. I mean, that's up close and personal. Those guys are huge. I remember thinking, I know this is weird, but I remember thinking when they were running from one field to another, they had offenses versus defense, and the offense comes trucking back. And like the first thing that popped in my mind was like, imagine if this was like back in time and these guys were coming down, going to war, Like I saw them with like a shield and a sword and shit. Like in my mind, it was just like, my God, those are huge human beings coming at me, and we're about to fight.
Yeah. So
I don't know why I went there, but that's just my brain.
Well, dude, it's the offensive line. I mean, that's how you're supposed to think of your offensive line, right? So it's fair to say that all three of us, 1 to 10, 10 being.
I probably take Tegra, by the way, as the most underrated.
Oh yeah, we didn't finish that. Yeah, okay. So you got Tegra. My bad.
Mello.
Yeah, Tegra.
I had Luke.
You're saying with Luke? Yeah, Luke popped in my mind, but I like Tegra just like raw.
I think Tegra has a heck of a amount of upside, but I need to see it, man. I want him to be a little more nasty.
You will.
Love it.
I believe it. I think we're gonna win the Joe Moore Award personally.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit, but are we transitioning to defensive line? Because we got to, man. I got to talk
It is time. It is time.
Like a roller coaster of emotions, right? Ryan Day started off with, and we talked about this the other day. Ryan Day talked, this was his concern, right? This was where he really wanted to focus. And we talked about the weight room. They were going to focus there. Mickey Marotti was going to get these boys ready. They're all ready. They are all ready. And what was cool about this was, in a weird way, that Edric Houston injury, and I hate saying this, was a blessing in disguise. Like, because he came out the next day, he was walking. He's good. He's going to be good to go. Like, day 2, he was walking even better. All right. So today, I mean, he was like running a little bit, light jogging and doing some stretches. And I'm pretty sure he went inside and got on the bike and looked even better after he came out, got the stiffness out. He's gonna be just fine. But those reps, those invaluable reps that like Jason Moore got, he was the one that shined at 11 on 11.
Really,
he was the one that stood out, like in the defensive tackle room. He was holding his own. And Will Smith did good. Will Smith Jr., he looks fast. He looks like he's ready to play. Tywone Malone did good too. It was just like when the bullets were flying, Jason Moore was the one I was looking at.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, if you're wondering why our offensive line looks so good in the playoffs and why we're so confident this year, I think a huge reason for that is that hand, foot, and mouth disease that we got in the beginning of training camp last year, which forced other people that don't normally get those meaningful reps into the spotlight, into those reps. So there are big time blessings when it comes to, players that, get out like Edric out a couple days, and it puts the Moore, the Tywone Malone, the Eric Mensah, it puts those guys in
Eric
position
Mensah did good too.
Yeah.
So hold on.
Those first team reps.
All these people did good. So are you telling me that Larry Johnson actually might be good at his job?
Yeah.
Because all I hear is Larry Johnson sucks. He needs to be fired. He needs to go. And I think all these people are delusional and they don't know anything.
Dude,
so I wanted to point that out because me and Dev from the day one have been very bullish about the D-line. We said we needed DN help from the beginning. We said this, me and Dev. I think we're the only ones saying this. What they do, they go out in the portal, get DN help. Everybody's like, oh, freaking out about D tackle. We're like, yo, we're good at D tackle. What did they do? Ryan Day do? Nobody came out the portal from D tackle. And now we're listening to what you're saying right now. So it sounds like I think LJ knows what he's doing.
I think it was a motivational tactic by Ryan Day. I really do. I think he called them out because he wanted to see them beast it in the weight room. That summer weight room session meant everything in the world to this team. And he was like, yo, I'm going to get somebody. You guys better fucking pack on some pounds. And he's saying stuff like that behind closed doors because he knows how to motivate people too. And he's a different dude in front of the camera than he is with the team. Like we've seen some clips from the locker room that all of a sudden just come out there. Remember that back when someone was like, we're going to beat Alabama's ass?
Yeah.
And I can't remember who it was that posted that, but it was in the locker room. Like, I mean, he's a ball coach.
Tennessee, you mean? You're talking about when?
No, this was a few years ago. Someone caught him saying, and we're going to kick Alabama's ass. And that was, I guess that was 2020.
Yeah, we didn't kick their ass.
No, we didn't. No,
they smoked our boots.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to Mark wants to know what kind of rub I got in. Copenhagen straight, but no, that's what I do. But listen, I want to give props to me and Mello, Buckeye boys, because a certain individual I heard has been absolutely showing out, a freshman defensive end named Epi Satanale. Good friend of the Buckeye boys. Yep. I remember when we got him, we landed him. Me and Mello both watched his film, and we did a show, and we said, holy crap, we just got a winner. Then we built a real close relationship with him, had him on the show several times, saw what kind of character he was, and we were like, even more, y'all better watch out. Then met his family, got a close relationship with his dad. I was updated every step of the way for the offseason. He just got here in June. I knew what he was doing well before then. He's about 6'5", 250 pounds. And now all of a sudden, the first day he showed out and the third day he showed out, and everybody's like, wow, we got a defensive end. So again, Larry Johnson last year signed 2 top 15 defensive ends. There are several recruiting analysts that said Epi Satanale was the best defensive end to come out of the West Coast in a couple classes. So that's not just us saying it. That's what a couple analysts have said, and he's proving that right now, because when he shows out at a Buckeye fall camp and he's only been here 2 months, my goodness.
Hey, you know what? I think
I gotta put Doug up here, Doug Shepard.
Go ahead.
Crazy that the 4th Saturday is the Ohio opener. I think he's meaning 4 Saturdays from now.
Yeah, I was about to say, what do you mean?
Yeah. Well, that's about right. Yeah.
Yeah, August 30th.
It is definitely right, man. Whew.
So we got 29 days.
Ball
we're almost there, man.
Boys.
This offseason flew. Last offseason took forever because Team Up North stole that championship.
I got to jump back to something that I just remembered. I was going to say it earlier. You know how there's going to be like an A and a B position for all the offensive linemen?
Yeah.
Ryan Day said in his press conference that was Tyler Bowen's idea.
Yep.
He wanted everyone to have an A and a B position. But I've heard that, at a press conference long ago when they were talking about having backup positions everywhere, they were like, we kind of always do that. We've always done that. But there's more of an emphasis on that now from what they learned last year in the playoffs. Like everyone needs to play A and B and get reps at A and B so that you're prepared for A, and then you're prepared for B too, because there's always going to be, especially with the playoffs now, someone's going down. Unfortunately, it's just football.
Yeah. Well, that changed when the playoff, seeding and the thing changed. All the coaches around everywhere started emphasizing that. Ryan Day was one of the first that I recall doing that, man. Listen, I gotta bring this up, man. AZ Bucked. This is the second time he's put it. He said, y'all find it weird Patricia showing McLean and Hartford at safety with Downs at nickel. You think that stuff you don't show in open practice. Really, he hid the card for that for game time, Nam. So their response to that, correct me if I'm wrong, Steve, that they want to get those two safeties that experience during practice, right? And the only way they can do that is if Downs is not, in one of those positions. But I think there's something to that, bro. I think that secret weapon, Matt Patricia, what he's going to do with Caleb Downs this year, they might just tell Caleb to go out there and do what you think is best in the moment, bro. Like,
if Caleb wants to play nose guard, Caleb's playing nose guard. All right. Caleb is a see ball, get ball, high IQ dude. And no matter where he's playing, he's going to get there. Man, I saw Caleb just absolutely light up Carnell Tate today. Just lit him up. Just absolutely knocked him out, man. I mean, not knocked him out.
Were they yapping back and forth?
I mean, they started to, but then I think Downs felt bad. He was like, he came and checked on him. It was his boy. He didn't it was just instinctual. When you get out and you're playing football, he is like, boom, right now. I mean, that's the definition.
This is the thing. I want to answer this.
He wouldn't surprise me. I don't know how much ball you guys played, but there's always those people that have, like, I don't even know what I just did. Like, someone will say good play. Like, I don't know until I see it on the film. Like, I don't know what the hell I did. I would not be surprised if Downs is that dude. And it's just second nature to him.
So I want to answer this question that's up here. That question. Can you throw it back up there?
Yeah.
The reason I don't think it matters is because guess what? That's one more thing that Texas has to prepare for now. So they're wasting time, and it doesn't matter where you play Caleb Downs. And they could play him at nickel. And I just thought about this. What if the three DBs is Caleb Downs now, Jermaine Matthews, and Davison Igbenogson? I doubt it, but you could do that if you think that you have two safeties that are caliber enough to start.
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters for a multitude of reasons. Number one, Downs is going to play all over the place. But also because they're going to change up what their scheme is depending on who they're playing, just like Matt Patricia always does. And number three, Patricia said in his press conference, listen, we have really smart coaches. They did really good things last year. So you're going to see a lot of the really good things that they did last year, this year too. He's going to play that hybrid role most of the time. They're going to keep him there playing like the deep linebacker.
Yep.
Because it worked. Because it was fucking awesome.
Well,
because Downs was hitting people before they even knew they were getting hit.
If you remember our nickel position from last year, what else did Jordan Hancock do during the year? He played safety, right? Yep. So maybe they see something in that scheme where whoever plays Nick, they want that group, they need the nickel to be able to go back to safety to disguise schemes and whatever. Yeah. And maybe, Caleb's that dude and Lorenzo Styles just isn't that dude. He's strictly nickel, but, they need somebody to do what Jordan Hancock did last year, for schematic purposes. So keep that in mind too. That's what he did.
Can I say something real quick about Lorenzo Styles? So the reason I was so bullish on Devin Sanchez starting, besides the obvious that he's literally talented out the wazoo, Lorenzo Styles got interviewed, and he was saying he wanted to do special teams because he feels like he'll be able to make an NFL team next year by playing special teams. And that automatically, when you say that to me, is like, oh, you're not a corner then if your goal is to make special teams for NFL and not getting drafted, right? So then you might as well play somebody that's better. And if you're thinking that way now, that means somebody's probably outperforming you at practice. So I just read into stuff like that, and maybe I'm reading in too much. But I mean, if I'm a player and I'm fighting and I'm expecting to start at a nickel position, I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'm trying to make sure I play special teams so that way I could make it to the league. That, especially at Ohio State, that just doesn't boast confidence to me.
Ooh, this is a good question. I got to go tight end. I want to go O-line, but I kind of group the tight end and the wide receivers and like together. And if they're not together with the wide receivers, they're more with the O-line.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I know that's a like a tough question just because of those reasons right there, and each one's different.
They overlap so much.
You got 5 people on the offensive line. You got 1 or 2. I do not think Chip Kelly. I don't think we're going to see 13, 14 personnel this year. Maybe we might, but I think 12. We're definitely going to see some 12 personnel. But
think about it. You have 2 young quarterbacks you're breaking in.
Yeah.
What helps them better than screens, slants, swing passes,
running the ball,
and the run game, and that offensive line they've been run blocking really well. They've been screen blocking really well. And there's a lot of practice on getting to that second level with that offensive line too.
Yeah.
Can we hit linebackers? I do want to double back because I missed what you said about quarterbacks earlier. So before we end the show, I need you to just re-surmise what you said about quarterbacks.
We got a Team Up North fan in the chat. Who's Mr. GTA 2? Mello, do you know him?
Nope.
He said what's up. He said what's up to me. I don't remember who that is.
GTA
he wants to know
2.
Yeah. He wants to know who's behind Max Claire
in the tight end room.
Yeah. Who do you think, Steve? I know who Mello's picking. I already know.
Yeah, but Steve's been there watching.
Merrick,
I know.
And Bennett played really well today.
Yeah.
Wilkins Merrick, I think it just depends on what they're doing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a hard one, but each one of them has different skill sets. Like if you're in the red zone, the answer is Johnny Thurman. You know what I'm saying? If you need some run blocking, it's probably
this guy's a Michigan fan.
He just said, as a Team Up North fan, got a question. Yeah, I appreciate you watching, man.
That's absolutely man. Getting some intel.
Yeah. Mello wants to move on to the linebackers. That's where we're at anyway, dude. This is the position group I'm most excited to watch this year out of all of them. I'm not downgrading wide receivers or anything. I'm just like I'm more excited to watch the defense than I am the offense this year. But that's because I expect the offense just to be an absolute animal. I think there's some unknown excitement and the potential of this defense could be out of this world. So, linebackers, man, I think this group is golly, man. I think it's deep. And Sonny Styles, Arvell Reese, Peyton Pierce, and you mix Matt Patricia in there as a defensive coordinator. Watch out, man. Steve, what you been seeing at practice out of those freaks of nature?
Dude, Sonny Styles does not get enough credit at all. Absolute freak. Even in pass coverage, the dude is all over the field. From middle linebacker, he's going out in the flats and breaking up balls like it's nothing. Speed. I didn't know. I call him the quiet assassin because out of nowhere he had 100 tackles and 6.5 sacks, I think.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. It was just quiet because everyone else around him was doing so good. He is not going to be quiet this year. He's going to be the man. This is insane to me how we're going from losing 8 guys on the defense to being like, I'm so stoked about watching this team. Absolutely insane. It doesn't make any sense. It really
Yeah.
doesn't. Like, from an outsider's perspective, and everyone that's ranking Ohio State and their position groups and the Phil Steels of the world, they have no clue what's about to
No
go.
idea.
No clue. And Ohio State even gets the benefit of the doubt just for being Ohio State. But when you just look at pure numbers, 8 of your 11 guys are gone in the NFL on that starting defense from last year. And it might be better. It might be better.
So that's what me and Dev have been told. We always ask the recruits when they come on, if you've been to a practice, what did you think?
I know their backups are better for sure.
What did you think of the practice? And every time, even the parents and the kids would say that defense is nasty. The only thing they said, I had a parent offline tell me that defense is going to be better than last year, especially if they could find someone to replace Jack and JT's production, which I think there is some people. I think the defense is going to run differently, but they said it's just way more faster and they're very violent, and they been in both practices, right? So
you know what's funny about that? If we want to get back to the D-line and talk about how nasty they were, they took out the starting defensive line when they went 11 on 11. They went inside for a little bit, and they were kind of holding their own on defense. But when you brought that starting defensive line back, wow. Just wow. K-Mac is an absolute beast, man.
Yep.
Oh, man. I got the visions of him coming through that line, and he just absolutely demolished the running back. Like, boom, in the backfield. Like, taking the handoff, kind of.
Yeah.
Same thing. Same thing happened twice. Twice Onyeama got burnt, though. C.J. Hicks just blew him up, knocked him on his butt, and then so did Caden Curry.
Yeah, Caden Curry.
Yeah.
Hey, is this prediction outlandish? Kenyatta Jackson Jr. will have more production this year than Jack or JT did last year.
In terms of sacks.
Production altogether.
Production altogether?
Yep.
I think that the way that the defensive line is shaping up, that's a very good possibility.
Yeah.
Kenyatta Jackson, to me, he's built in the mold of a prototypical defensive end. And he's one of those guys that when he's running, he looks slower than he actually is. It's very deceiving, his speed, because he just covers so much ground. And I gotta dissect it a little more. I don't know if it's long steps or what it is, but it's almost synonymous to how you would see Pryor, and all of a sudden he'd be around you. It seemed like Kenyatta Jackson was just there. It didn't look that fast, but he got there, and it was surprising to people. Like, they weren't prepared for how fast he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's strong too. He's a big dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I watched him in those NFL workouts with Jack and JT this year, and you watched them go through the drills, and then you watched him go through the drills, and there were a couple times when I was like, wow, dude, Kenyatta just looked better than they did at their own NFL Pro Day. So
and he was held back.
The scouts are fully aware about Kenyatta.
Yeah.
I know
dude.
that.
And
they're aware of him.
He was just pushed back, held back a little bit by having those two in front of him, or else we would have seen him shine even more than he did. It's going to be fun. It's going to be
It's just going to be. I think we'll have a quicker defensive line this year in terms of getting to the quarterback, especially with Caden Curry. Man, he's kind of, once we got Bo Atkinson in the portal. People kind of fell off from Caden Curry, man, and what I'm hearing out of the fall camp, man, is Caden Curry's tearing it up, bro. He's doing his thing as far as getting to the quarterback, tearing it up.
I thought Caden Curry was a little bit quiet until we went live 7-on-7s. That's when he shined. Some of these guys are just gamers. Yeah, I think Sang's one of those, and I think Caden Curry is one of those. Bo Atkinson looked good in all the drills. He looked fast. He looked big. He looked like he was getting there quick. But when they did the team units, he still did good. It just wasn't the production that I wanted to see. And I also wanted to see a little bit more out of Logan George. I really think that he's not ready for the speed yet.
Yeah.
He's just taking his time. He's just taking his time And next year is going to be his year.
Yeah.
So what about the DBs and specifically my boy Devin Sanchez?
Really hard to measure the DBs right now because majority of the practice is like on air. So you're doing 7-on-7s. Offense got the edge, but they were still getting their picks. They were still making plays. And then when we did get to the team units, the 11-on-11s, it was more of, like I said, the screens, the slants, and the swing passes. So you weren't getting to see a whole lot. You got to see him come up and stick them, and you got to see a few. Like Igbinosa had a really good day today. Not handsy at all from what I've seen, which is great. And he really wasn't
good.
Towards the end of the playoff run.
Yeah.
It was just, it's something.
It was the Oregon game mainly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it was all year, really. I mean, he was handsy even if he wasn't getting called.
Yeah, that's true.
He was getting called. Let's be honest. All year he was getting the flags.
He was the second highest criminalized player in all of NCAA.
I thought he was number one.
He was number one.
I thought he was
he finished number one?
Yeah, I think he's number one.
I don't know if he finished number one.
I thought he finished number two.
We played 16 games too, so
at one time last year he was number one.
Yeah, for sure. I remember that part.
That's something we should look up. Someone needs to look that up. I want to know. I don't even know where you find that.
Somewhere in the chat, find out if Davidson Igbinosun led the country in penalties.
That'd be good to know.
So it sounds like they kind of kept it a little vanilla, the offense, from what you're.
Yes, definitely. I mean, they weren't taking the deep shots at all. The install is on purpose. The install is short yardage to start. Then you go to the longer yardage. You want to do the down and distance later on. You want to get everything perfect. I mean, that's just the flow of the game anyway. I guess that's why they do it. So
and to keep the
your first and second down plays, and then you get your second and third and fourth down plays later.
They probably want to do all that stuff also to keep the media out of there, so nobody could.
They don't want us all season. I mean, the fans are there too, and some of the fans had better views than the media.
Really?
It was interesting though. Like they do a lot of drills where it's like in the back corner, so it's as far as you get from the fans, it's as far as you can get from the media. But then when they get the passes, if you were the far place away from the woody towards the shot, you get to see a lot of the quarterback play, a lot of the throws.
So that's what I was going to ask you, because I missed that portion of your discussion. Can you just talk about the quarterbacks again real quick? I just wanted to hear it from you instead of having to wait and holler at you offline.
Today was eye-opening for me because they did some of the long balls and you got to see the throws. And this is where Shane separated himself. Today, one day, you all have to take that into account. This is one day out of all of fall camp, and it was what my opinion was, all right? And he was lighting it up. And his connection with JJ, especially on the deep ball, was through the roof.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I've really seen Julian throw those deep balls ever.
Yeah.
So how far are we talking about in terms of deep balls? Yardage?
Over 35 yards. I mean, some of them were inching closer to, 45.
Okay.
I think that's about all I saw.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you're getting a 40-yard bomb on the dot in the end zone, I'll take that all day, every day.
What about TSC?
TSC jumps off of him raw. He's just raw. But, watch him throw a deep out, and it's a thing of beauty. He's got that down. And it gets there so fast, the DB's already breaking on the ball, but they can't get there in time. It pops out of his hand. His long balls were, from what I saw, again, limited, but a lot of them were short. Mm-hmm. And I think that's just more adjusting to the speed of the game. Once he gets into that, it takes a little air off the ball. He'll get it there.
Kind of like what Will Howard went through during spring ball.
Yeah, he's got the strength for it. His arm is a thing of beauty, and it's just catching everything up. If you saw what JJ said, he was a freshman last year. He said, I hesitated a lot. I wasn't playing fast. He was like, now I got the speed of the game. I know what the defense is trying to go for on a lot of things. I can read the defense. I'm going to be playing a lot faster. And he even said it himself. It's going to be scary.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you
what?
my
You're gonna be
very,
faster?
my very strong opinion, and what I think is kind of already known in the a little bit, and that's that Julian Sayin is going to win this starting quarterback job. But I said that previously. I'll say it again. But
What's up,
Lincoln
Cleveland Mike?
Keynote can and would get the job done if need be. But again, this time of year, man, it's just this is how it's going to be. Information coming out that it's neck and neck. One wins, the other one doesn't, and all that stuff. I think Julian Sand will end up winning. He's got the arm. Lincoln's got the legs. Ryan Day loves the arm, you know. But yeah.
Shout
Everybody
out to
in the
Mike
chat
Green,
talking.
the Cleveland Mike up in the chat. We appreciate you.
Everybody in the chat talking about Deuce Gerald's going to LSU. We got Damari Simeon. Everybody, it'll be all right. That's some recruiting stuff, Steve. We just lost a defensive lineman to LSU.
Don't worry about it. They're like a lot of these guys aren't going to last. It's going to come right back around when the portal comes.
Yeah.
Some of these schools are throwing out money that they're not going to be able to cash that, and it's going to
USC. USC.
And they're throwing it up out front. And there's another edge to that. Coaches that want out, that want a big payday too, they're putting all their eggs in one basket, trying to get a couple classes strung together so they can get the next best job. They're not trying to stay there that long. The only place doing it long term is Ohio State, and the only one you can trust. I mean, maybe there's a couple other schools, but you can definitely trust Ohio State. They're not in this business to be like, we're going to offer you this much, and then we're going to back out of that. Because Ryan Day knows, and he said that's a bad look at Ohio State. You can't do that there.
Right.
You know how much the media is going to jump all over that if they hear we offered this dude $700,000 and gave him $3 million? That ain't going to work. When you got the biggest beat in the nation out of any football team in America, including the NFL, you're going to get hammered with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fellas, I think I'm at my time limit.
Hold up,
dude. You've been going all day long.
Ask your favorite question. Dad,
right.
you did not ask your favorite question.
All right.
What about the kickers?
All right, here
has
we
an
go.
obsession with the kickers.
The kickers. Okay. My intel on the kickers, they kicked today for the first time, I do believe. Did you get to see that, Steve?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
The intel I got, I'm curious to see what Steve says. Jaden Fielding, the most consistent one. Jackson Corvell has the strongest leg. So I'm curious to see if we have situational kicking this year. With if we got a 50-yarder we want to try, Jackson Corvell goes on the field. But if we got 40 yards and in, Jaden Fielding's. I'm curious to see what they do, man. But I was told that today Jaden Fielding's leg is stronger than last year, but Jackson Corvell has the strongest leg from the kickers. Steve, what'd you see, though?
I'd say that's pretty consistent, but I would argue that you're going to have Jaden Fielding kick no matter what.
All the time.
Because of experience, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's shown it. I mean, he's overcome the struggles of the Michigan game, and he's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyone that's gone through that low and got that high, you want to ride that high.
Yeah.
So out in
Look at
the Rose Bowl, when he kicked the field goal for us to go up at halftime, 31. I think we had 31 at that time. I remember everyone was holding their breath. Right?
Yeah.
Because you know he was missing. 34, my fault. He was missing everything before that. And then he made it, and all you see in the high five, everybody's clapping and high fiving each other in the stands like we just scored a touchdown. Everybody was screaming.
You know what we found out?
Yeah.
Y'all were sitting
flexor.
Y'all were sitting really close to me. I didn't know you two.
Yeah,
point,
he was right by us.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was right by us.
I'm surprised you didn't see us. We were making a scene, dude. Well, I think all Buckeye fans
I was making
were.
my own scene.
Yeah, I know. We had our whole group. We had like 30 people around us. We were all doing our chants and screaming and everything else. We had 2 poor, lonely Duck fans in front of us, but that's okay because I was at the first Oregon game, so I got to experience kind of what they went through, except for we were never down 34.
And
but,
we were
nice to the Washington game?
I am. Just got my tickets. I'm going on that cruise too. I'm having a cruise ship take me to the game and take me back to my hotel room.
I'm renting a boat. I want to do a podcast from the boat.
Yeah, but so here's one of my listeners in the show, Dennis, who I went to the Oregon game with last year, he's part of the some Buckeye, what do you call it? The alumni group in Seattle, Washington, and they have rented a yacht, and tickets are like $85 to go on that, and it's an all-you-can-eat 5-star buffet, and they take you on a cruise before the game. Then they drop you off at the dock right beside the stadium, and then after the game, that same ship picks you up. You go on another little cruise, and they drop you off at your hotel. So, yeah, and we're doing a giveaway on our channel, giving away a game or a ticket to that game. So that ticket is already purchased, by the way, chat, if you're watching. So the Naturals, nice. I think I saw the Naturals, the leader right now. He's probably going to win that ticket. So, by the way, the winner of that event, you get a ticket to that, and you also might or might not get a ticket on that cruise as well. So, I'd suggest
we got to talk that cruise into letting us do a podcast from the cruise.
Do you want to come on the cruise? I can get you on it.
I don't see why not.
Did you already rent a boat?
I was in the process of looking one up. My
cancel that mug, bro.
My co-host lives in Seattle too, and he's checking in with
okay, nice. Well, if comes down to it, I know the guy that's in charge of the tickets, so I can get you a ticket. They're $85.
Right.
Yeah,
$85.
Pretty cool.
That's worth it. I was going to spend a couple grand on renting a boat.
That's worth it too, because you don't have to worry about parking, bro,
and food.
I was going to rent a charter boat. I wasn't going to drive.
And the food.
Oh yeah. And it's a 5-star buffet, like the same chef that some famous person uses around there is who they hired to come on that boat. They do it big. I went to their tailgates last year. It's sick. I did a live,
and he cannot talk. He cannot tell you all the stories on camera.
I'm gonna need like 5 tickets.
Yeah,
they'll never be told.
Well, I'll see if they got that many left.
And I need to know what time I'll talk to you about this later.
Yeah, we'll get it figured out later. But fellas, I'm out of here. I don't know if it's going to keep streaming when I hit remove, but I tell you what you can do. You can just put me down below, and I'll just turn my camera off. And
boom.
He said, "Screw off, bro."
As soon as you want out of here, dude, I got you.
Hey, seriously,
that was funny how he popped back up at the top.
Yeah, for the Buckeye Boys watchers right now, Steve, we're gonna be doing way more shows with him.
But yeah, so you're thinking Sayan's looking really good right now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, we
can. Mello can't hear me. Mello cannot hear me.
I can hear you.
You can. Yeah, I'm giving my closing speech, Mello. You're interrupting my closing speech, dude.
We couldn't hear you before. You were spinning.
Right, man. Give it.
He's gonna kill you.
I like having control.
Yeah, no. But listen, Buckeye Boys watchers, Buckeye backers, Steve, man, go check him out. Freaking awesome, dude, and covering the team and whatnot. We're going to be doing a lot more shows with him, dude. We click and vibe on these videos, so I don't know if he does or not, but we vibe with him, and we want him on more shows, so we're going to be collabing more with him, dude. Go check his stuff out, bro. His Twitter account, it's on point with the best of them as far as covering the team with all the updates and this stuff. I'm serious. You won't get the videos and pictures anywhere else that you get on his stuff, man. And we know that's
I might
the
have
goal.
like 20 more videos to load tonight too.
Yeah,
go check him out on Facebook. His Facebook is jumping off too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, all right.
I've actually been following you from my personal account on Facebook and sharing all that.
Oh yeah,
later,
appreciate it. Later, dude.
OH fellas, peace.
I-O, brother. Oh man, it's so good to be back talking Buckeye football.
Yeah, right. Man, you're so blessed you get to go and see it in person. But I'm happy that we have somebody there that can do that for the fans and for me and Devin as well. But
yeah, so I started a college football backers, and I also write for Mike Farrell Sports. So I got articles to write too. So if you're interested in reading, if you take that in that way, in that medium, I got one out there about the DLine depth that I just wrote today from my time for 3 days right there, with the team, with the coaches, seeing it live firsthand. Some of those people, those fans that bought tickets, man, that's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
I was talking to a couple of the media members. We couldn't think of anyone else that does this. No other teams have that opening for the fans to come in and watch practices live. Like,
Right.
3 full practices. I mean, and it's in the height of when you want to know everything about the team. The first freaking practice where everyone's stoked. You can't get enough information.
Right.
You can't digest enough. Like, if you just keep throwing stuff out there, people are going to come. You build it, they will come. And that's what I'm doing on Twitter. So I'm trying to get everyone as much video and as much pictures as I can. And
Yeah.
I probably do more than anyone else, I would imagine.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. That's why I'm sharing all your stuff too. Plus, I want people to follow you. So those articles, are you going to share it on your personal account as well, or is it just?
Oh yeah. I share it on Buckeye Backers.
All right.
I also, I have a college football backers one, and if you're into football in general, there's other guys. There's a Wolverines backers, and there's about to be a Vanderbilt backers. So we're gonna go nationwide here pretty soon.
So is Vanderbilt back? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I think so with Pevia. Yeah,
It's crazy. We're gonna
he's
see,
looking
man.
good.
So
Yeah.
what's your expectations for this team from what you've seen?
Minimum a deep playoff run.
Uh-huh.
A deep playoff run. 2 losses at the most.
And what's your expectation for August 30th against Texas at home?
Dude, coming into training camp, I thought we were going to lose to Texas.
Really?
But the way I've seen that D-line come together, I don't know that they're going to be able to block them. They got 4
new
together their offensive
linemen.
line. Yeah, they're putting together a new offensive line. I don't know how. We have freaks on our defensive line, absolute freaks, and at every position and at every level. You go down to 2 and 3 deep. I don't think depth's an issue at all. And that's what I wrote about today. I mean, guys stepped up and they got their chance, they got their reps, and that's invaluable to August 30th even.
Yeah. So my prediction was that Ohio State will win by 10. I think I'm going to stand by it.
10 points.
I think so.
I would imagine it's a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing you're gonna find that in a talent-equated game like that, turnovers are what make the difference. And that's the part that scares me because we got the young quarterbacks. I think they got the edge with Manning there just because he's had that experience in live fire, albeit against basically scrubs. It was, like a scrimmage.
Yeah.
But that experience is still invaluable. It calms your nerves a little bit more. You're used to playing in front of a crowd. The one thing that he's not used to is traveling to the shoe. He hasn't had that away.
I want to speak to what you just said. I think you're right in terms of that starting an experience will calm your nerves. But if you remember the last time he faced this Scarlet and Gray team,
he got knocked out.
Yes, by a guy wearing the number 8 named Lathan Ransom. And who's wearing number 8 this year? Arvell Reese. So like he's gonna have
you get hit like that with Arvell Reese, you ain't coming back in.
He's gonna have PTSD. I actually don't. I'm gonna be honest because I think he's gonna run some. He's gonna have to. I don't want to say it because it sounds bad, but I'm just gonna say it because it's just what I believe. I don't think he's gonna finish the game. I don't think he.
I don't know who their backup quarterback is either.
He's a super athlete. They're saying KJ Lacey. I watch all the Texas podcasts right now. I go in there and talk trash to them.
I haven't started yet. I gotta get.
Yeah, I've been doing it all off season. So like, I think he's an athlete like his dad, and I think he is a good quarterback and he could throw, but he does not have that Eli Manning gene. People could talk about Eli all they want, but Eli had the most consecutive starts in NFL history, and he still has it. And the only reason it was broken is because the GM at the time was trying to push him out into retirement. So he benched him when he didn't need to be benched. And needless to say, the GM got fired right after this season because it was an uproar in that New York City market.
So what do you feel like is the ceiling and the floor with this team?
I think if they stay healthy, they go back to back. I legitimately think that. Like no key injuries, like big time injuries to key players. Right. I think they go back to back. I think we have the best coaching staff in America. I think we have the two best players in America and on both sides of the ball. So we have the best defender in America and the best offensive player in America. I think Julian Sand at the end of the day is going to be considered top 3 quarterback in the country with all the plethora of weapons. If they could make Will Howard look like what he did last year and have the highest completion percentage, who arm talent wise is probably a third of what Julian Sand is. And I believe the weaponry around Julian is ridiculous. I think Max Clare is a huge, huge advantage because if you want to play that zone like Texas did last year, they're going to lose anyway because we're just going to kill them with other players again. And I think they're going to move JJ around. And if you go rewatch that Cotton Bowl, there's a lot of time. JJ, yes, he was covered, but it's all about timing. And this is why I think like Will Howard doesn't have what Julian had because there were times you could have got
decision.
Yeah, there's times you could have got JJ the ball.
Absolutely.
Even in that triple coverage, but Will held on to the ball too long.
You could have done 7 to 10 yard curls, maybe even less than that, 5 to 7 yard curls every single play with every receiver. They were just playing that bend but don't break defense, waiting for us to make mistakes. And unfortunately we did.
Yep.
And we hurt ourselves. That game would have been an absolute blowout, just like
it would have been like the Rose Bowl.
Yep. And if Henderson doesn't get that 15-yard penalty, which is uncharacteristic, killed it. And then we had that holding penalty, which was almost phantom. Like I get it. Like
then Austin Serville hit the dude late after we got like 30-yard pickup.
Yep. Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a lot of self-inflicted wounds. So, I'd factor in when I did my score prediction, I factored that in because we're a pretty well-disciplined team. And then I also factored in the fact that all the old linemen that we played that game with are all offensive guards in the NFL. And we handled their vaunted pass rush, which Colin Simmons is a beast. Anthony Hill is a beast. Like, that's true. But we handled them fairly well. And now you're going to have 2 legit offensive tackles. And returning the same interior that went on that natty run, I think is going to be tough for them. I really do. I think it's going to be tough for them. And then you got to factor in, like you guys were talking about, C.J. Donaldson used to be a wide receiver. So, like, our running backs could catch out the backfield. Like, I think they're going to stretch you out and stretch you vertical. And then what that's going to do, if you're going to end up either having to drop off or they're going to freaking start open up running lanes. And they're going to start gashing you. Then you're eventually going to have to play man. And if you do that, then it's game over automatically.
I think they're going to change a little bit their approach, and it's going to be a run to set up the pass again because they have the talent to do that.
Yeah, they can.
They have a young quarterback. But when they do, it's going to be electric.
I want to run this past you, your thoughts. So I went to several different Texas chats, a lot of their insiders. They're talking about this DC wants to switch to straight single high Kerry Combs style coverage defense. I told them in the chat, I swear to God, I hope you guys do this because the game will be over before the first quarter. What are your thoughts if they play single high safety man across the board?
You ain't gonna get out of that game alive, man. You ain't gonna get out of that game alive. There's no way. No way.
It was interesting. They're all saying like this DC is all about it. And he thinks he has the corners to play man.
You better. You better have the corners to play it.
I don't see a college team that has enough corners to play us man to man with all the weapons.
Got too many weapons everywhere. I mean,
yeah. But if they come out and play man to man,
happening in the NFL, man.
I'm gonna.
Buka is going to be a number 1 receiver for Tampa Bay, and he was not getting the passes he should have at Ohio State just because there's too many weapons.
Right. So what did you?
I gotta get to bed, brother.
All right, one last question. What did you see from Jelani Kirby? This is my last question. What did you see?
The diving catch in the end zone was just amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing. Laid out, and it was let's see. He was running to the left, dove for it, caught the ball with basically his fingertips. And I think if it was anyone else, there would have been no way they could have caught it. His catch radius is ridiculous. But And also he was trying to protect the ball when he gets it over the middle. He knows he's going to get hit, and he doesn't want to make that mistake. He's like, boom, very technically sound, tucking it in, making sure to look it down, and make sure no one's going to knock that ball out over the middle.
How's his body movement? Does he look fluid? Does he look quick, fast?
Dude, he's always been freak. He's always been a freak. He's always had that. It was just like getting a mind game together is what it seems like to me.
Yeah.
Like just knowing everything's going to be all right, man. Just go play ball.
Yep. All right, brother. Thank you for having me, man. We got to do this again.
Hey, man. Yeah, absolutely. Every time I do this with you guys, it's fire. I love it.
Absolutely.
So the more we can do it, the better.
Yes, sir.
And we get to talk Buckeye football, man. What's better?
Absolutely. We're gonna have to come
better than that.
Schedule. So this is like a normal occurrence.
Yeah, we should do it once a week. I'm down for that.
Yeah, we gotta talk to Dev and make that happen.
All right, sounds good to me.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
Oh,
have a good one. God bless everyone. IO, have a wonderful day and a wonderful evening. I guess it's a new day now, isn't it? Almost. Two more minutes. Yeah. All right, peace out. God bless.